bit of banter, and then we're going to start with Tracy, and then move to Randy, and then my other two guests should be here by that time.
Okay.
Sweet.
Let me get this here. And let me get my stopwatch. And this is going to be seg 1. Segment 1. Showcase 7. 19. Okay. And, okay, the intro is over. 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Small Business Showcase. I'm your host, B-Rad. This isn't your average show, and I'm not your average host. Each week we interview different business owners about who they are, why they do what they do, and get you to know them on a personal level and build that real connection. We want to do a shout out to our partners at Sunshine Studios. They are giving away 2 free tickets to Buckcherry. That's right, August 9th, Buckcherry, 2 free tickets. All you have to do is share the show on Facebook, tag B-Rad Vogelman on Facebook, tag the Small Business Showcase, and that way I can keep track, and the lucky winner will be announced in 2 weeks, who will be going to see Buckcherry for free for you and one other person. So we want to thank Sunshine Studios for that. Also, Saturday, every first and third Saturday, Elevate has their art walk, so today is going to be their art walk from 2 to 6. And go out, check out all the artists. All artists get free booths and keep 100% of their profit. The fees that you pay for the raffle and the Elevate Pizza goes to their new nonprofit they're launching. And while you're there, check out all the different glasses they make. They make more than just smoking devices. They make glass cups. They make glass items that you can put your loved ones in when they pass away. It's a very cool shop. And they even have glass blowing shops. So if you're wanting to know how to do glass blowing and experience making your own glass mug or just a drinking cup, anything like that, definitely check them out. We want to give a shout out to Sunshine Studios again because they have been one of our partners since day one. I haven't had an opportunity to have them on lately, but they have done amazing things with the giveaways that we've done for the tickets. We want to give a shout out to the Rocky Mountain Vibes. They are sitting here giving away free general mission tickets. So to get a free general mission ticket to the Rocky Vibes games before the season is up, give me a text and just text Vibes to 719-666-2235. And I'll be more than happy to get you general admission tickets up to 4 for you and your family to enjoy a baseball game. They even have on Tuesdays, they have the all-you-can-eat samples every Tuesday until the second inning. And every Friday they have fireworks, too. So you might as well enjoy fireworks or free food, depending on which one you want. You just let me know, and we'll get you those tickets going. But don't forget, again, with the Buckcherry tickets, thanks to Sunshine Studios, if you've never listened to Buckcherry live, they are fun, and everyone knows that Crazy Bee song. So come and enjoy a concert and help share the show and help us stand at number 1 still. Give a shout out to our sponsors, Brandy with Pendleton Heating and Cooling, Alex with Super Moving Brothers, Baja with Richie Rich Property Solutions, and then Lance with the Finishing Touch Basement, as well as Michael with Around the Block Healthcare. Each one of them will be on more and giving more details of what they are, who they do, what they do, and why you should choose them when it comes to your business. Their business, I should say. But if you need them for your business too, definitely check them out. We have a great, exciting lineup today. We have Tracy with the Food Truck Against Homelessness, learning about that nonprofit. We have Randy Little. She is a 1099 contractor with Easy Ink. She does amazing tattoo work. Even some of the work I have is amazing on me, so I'm a walking billboard for her. We'll have our sponsor, Brandy, with Pendleton Heating and Cooling on, talking about how she gives you a free smart thermostat or a free electric filter when you purchase a new AC and keep your home cool this summer, because plenty of homes don't have AC, so let's get you that AC. And then we also have Shannon with Outside the Frame, a very fantastic photographer that really thinks outside the box and outside that frame to give you that picture-perfect opportunity. So I want to go ahead and start with our first guest, Tracy, with Food Trucks Against Homelessness. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for being on the show. So what exactly is the Food Trucks Against Homelessness for the listeners that do not know?
Awesome. We partner with Westside Cares, and I recruit food trucks to come out and serve meals to our houseless neighbors on the west side. We do that on Mondays from 11 to 1. We also hand out needed items, and then we also have an amazing hairstylist, Stacey Howard, and her crew will. Andrew Lott always comes out, and then some other, hairstylists will show up and take care of our neighbors' hair.
That's awesome. So they could get cleaned up to go for say like a job interview, something like that with the help of Stacey.
Yes, or if they weren't able to wash the hair for weeks, right? They get the opportunity to wash their hair, because unwashed hair for 2 weeks is not fun and not pretty.
What are some of the things that you could use for donation items? Because you mentioned that you give some things out too.
Yeah. So we're always in need of brand new underwear for men and women. We do take donated clothing, toiletries, gloves in the wintertime, hand warmers in the wintertime, anything that you think our neighbors would need while they're out on the streets.
Perfect. Now, do you ever collect like food items too, since you're doing the food trucks as well, or do you try to stay away from like canned foods and things like that?
No, we will take food items, and small cans or whatever we'll still put out, because if they have that pop tab, they can obviously heat that on a small fire, or sometimes our convenience stores will allow them to do that. But I do also partner with Rise and Shine Ranch in Black Forest, and they give us meat, so then I can give that to some of our food trucks that we work monthly with, and they'll make a meal out of that.
Is there any food trucks you want to give a shout out to that's helped you out with your nonprofit?
Oh gosh, yeah, These Girls Got Beef, the original Dr. Taco, former Tango Springs. There's a ton of them. Wacky Waffles right now is one of our big partners. Smokin' Jays. There's a lot, and you can go to our Facebook page and see a list of them, and obviously patronize them and give back, because they've given so much to our community.
Yeah, definitely go to their Facebook page. What's your Facebook page?
It's Food Trucks Against Homelessness.
Pretty simple. That
Yep.
way you can find out what food trucks are and help support them, because they're giving these meals out for free for this nonprofit. How long have you guys been doing this now?
We have been doing it since early 21.
21, so right after COVID.
Right after COVID.
What inspired the idea to create such a unique nonprofit?
I just believe as humans that we are here to help each other, and that's the main reason and the inspiration as to why I do what I do.
So what made you decide to go with the Food Trucks Against Homelessness versus another care and share like food pantry or any of the other options that you could have done out there? Because yours is such unique and the only one out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's small. I'll try to make it a small story. So
we got time.
we had wanted, my wife and I during COVID wanted to support our small business community, and I happened to be on the HOA in my neighborhood, and they wanted more members because it's a volunteer HOA. So I said, well, let's bring in a food truck because we could social distance outside. And invite the neighbors, tell them about it, give them food, they'll join the HOA. And they poo-pooed the idea and said, somebody will complain about a food truck in front of their house. So I went back to my wife and said something, and she said, well, let's just hire the food trucks and take them to Westside Cares, and then we're helping our neighbors who are houseless, and then we're also helping our small business community, and then it just grew into Food Trucks Against Homelessness.
Did you ever imagine it growing as big as it did? Because it's a pretty big event out there now.
No, and I had no clue what I was doing. I've always volunteered, and because of that, I've gained amazing friends that are executive directors of other nonprofits that I could lean on when I needed the help, but I had no clue what I was doing, and I'm the only one that works on the backside, minus my volunteers that show up on the front side on Mondays when we serve. So it's all, I do everything.
Well, that's awesome. Wearing all the hats for it. And it's hard to sit there and ask so many questions on it because you've kind of hit everything on it. But what is your goal going forward with the Food Trucks Against Homelessness?
I am, at this point, I'm fine where I'm at. And the reason why is because to be present for our houseless neighbors and to see and to hear them, I have discovered fast forward is like number one, and then the meal is second, right? I mean, we have neighbors that are talking about being fentanyl free for 4 days, and they come to you and say it's because you showed up. We have neighbors who say all the time, if it wasn't for you guys. We have neighbors that get into housing that still come back and say hi to us because we show up. So I don't know if I want to grow to other days, But I want to continue what I'm doing at this point because I think it's having the most effect on our neighbors that are experiencing houselessness.
That's awesome, especially when you hear those success stories.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your most exciting success story that you can think of off the top of your head?
My most exciting success story. Oh, gosh.
There we go. We got it on the hot seat.
Yeah, of course you're going to ask me a question like that. I think it's really just them getting into housing and being able to stay into housing, right? Because sometimes that does fail too for many reasons, I mean, they can go back to, using drugs or whatever. They want to help their other neighbors and bring them in, and they're not allowed to, so then they lose their housing, because there's many rules within our systems once somebody gets housing. So I think, that's it, that, they stay in housing, they get a job, and they get on their feet, and they don't go back.
Has any of the volunteers been anyone that from the beginning that was homeless and now is a volunteer and stable on their feet at all, or not yet?
Not yet, but we do have actually a volunteer within the last year who actually comes and volunteers every once in a while. So yeah, there are a few every once in a while that'll show up and want to volunteer.
Now, have you ever experienced homelessness yourself so you could relate to them, or no?
I haven't. I grew up middle class. I mean, I didn't, want or need for anything. We had what we needed. I mean, it wasn't extravagant by any means. But no, I've never had that experience. Again, it's just we're here to help each other. That's why we're put on this earth. So we got to do it.
And thank you for doing this for our community too, especially putting something like this together, because I know I've heard from other food trucks, they're like, oh, I can't afford to do things like that. So to be able to come and bring it together is amazing. And to be able to still be doing it, 4 years later?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it's every Monday too. Like, you don't miss a beat?
I don't miss a beat at all. And I'm there every Monday unless I have to take a vacation, because we all need to take a break. And I'm so honored to be able to do this work. And I want to say thank you for your support, because you have supported us for our annual fundraiser. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Is there any help more with like volunteers needed? Anything else outside of just regular, like how you mentioned the underwear, socks and things for the homeless? Is there anything else that people can do to support you, or even just being a volunteer?
Yeah, I mean, obviously monetary donations is a huge thing. Word of mouth, I mean, every dollar counts. I mean, there was one time that Caramel Cookies did a fundraiser for me, and it only made $10, and I'm like, whatever, I'm going to get my $10, because that's 4 pair of underwear. So it's important, And volunteers, we're always happy to take volunteers, because I feel that, boots on the ground, you get to feel and see what that's like, and it expands everybody's heart.
And if they wanted to volunteer or donate, is the Facebook page the best way to reach out to you?
You can go to our website, and there's a way that you can reach out to me, and then I can reach out to you.
Okay, what's your guys' website?
It's foodtrucksagainsthomelessness.com, or you can do ftahcos.com.
And both want to take you to the same site?
It will take you to the same site.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate you for everything that you're doing for the community. Like, it's one of a kind, and it's just amazing to what you've done and pulled the food trucks together. So thank you so much for what you do for the community, and continue to have it grow. And if there's anything that a Small Business Showcase could ever do again too, even with your fundraisers and stuff, definitely let us know.
I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's such an honor.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks.
So as you heard, that was Tracy with the the Food Trucks Against Homelessness. She is going out with food trucks, supporting the small businesses with food trucks and helping the local community. The next person that we have is Randy with Easy Ink Tattoo. She is an amazing artist. I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tattoos from her now. She is an amazing artist. One of the tattoos she has even done freehand. She has an amazing story, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. How are you doing today, Randy?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. So what inspired you to become a tattoo artist?
I've been drawing and painting since I was little. I've been making art my whole life, and eventually I saw one of my uncles doing tattoos, and ever since then I've been hooked.
Did you start out with like the fake skin and everything, or did you just dive right in?
I dove right in. I practiced on my little brothers. Sorry, Mom.
Did you have to cover up any of your original work?
I've had to cover up quite a bit of my original work, and I'm always growing, I'm always learning, I'm always expanding, so I'm always down to revamp and make my stuff right again.
So how young were you when you started just being an artist, would you say?
Ever since I could remember, but tattooing since I was 14, professionally since 21.
Wow, that's awesome. And you've been to the same shop, Easy Ink?
I've been at Easy Ink for 6 years. Definitely check out Ian Vargas. He's the owner. He does amazing lettering, award-winning lettering. And then I also work with Cristobal Flores. He's amazing at realism portraits, black and gray. He did my Dali and my Frida Kahlo. He's also fixing up a bunch of work on me. And then I have my little kitty cat here. He's covered in cat tats.
The cat looks like Dr. Evil's cat from Austin Powers. So what is your favorite kind of tattoo work? Like, is it regular black and gray? Like, what do you prefer as your style?
My favorite stuff to do is color work, but I'm trying to learn to do everything. But mostly color work's my favorite stuff to do.
What advice would you give someone if they walked into your shop wanting to get their first tattoo for the first time?
Do it. It's make sure you have a full belly, a good night's sleep, and just breathe and tell yourself it'll be okay, because pain is art and it's worth it for sure.
So you agree with me when I say it's ink therapy?
It is ink therapy, definitely. way cheaper than regular therapists too.